Hey there, it's Shanel here from the Heart and Soul with your weekly Oracle card reading for February 10th through the 16th, 2020. Happy Valentine's Day to all you peeps out there. Valentine's Day is an extra special day for me. My oldest, who is turning 18 this week, was born on Valentine's Day. So the best gift I've ever received, my little man, who is not so little, he towers over me now. We're going to use the Doreen Virtue, Mary Queen of Angels Oracle card deck this week. I haven't been drawn to this one in a long time, so let's see. Mother Mary is a guardian that offers protection. She is one of the beings, angels, ascended masters that I call on often when I'm doing spiritual work, and she acts as one of my 4 protectors. I have 4 that I call on all the time. So let's see what the cards are for this week. Our first card is caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, others, and the world. We keep talking about community. I think this ties in with that, but also I feel like it's also really important to be kind to ourselves right now. I think we get stuck into these little like negative Nancy moments, and we get stuck there and it's hard to pull ourselves back out, but fill it with kindness. Father is our second card. My true father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. It's interesting because I don't get the father thing at all from this card, but there is this impression that the man is praying in here, and I feel like it's more about that, but let's see what the third card has to say. Our last one is joy. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. So these are a little bit more godly cards. Of course, Mother Mary is a very Christian symbol, so I'm not surprised by that. So for those of you who are not God people, I do apologize. Call it what you may. That's what I believe in. The angels are saying, bring yourself together this week. It's about pulling ourselves back around and really taking a look at where we stand. Are you happy where you stand right now? What are the changes that you still need to make? But also, can you look back on the changes that you have already made and be really positive about them? A girlfriend of mine called it the God deal, when we make a mistake, but we notice it. So if we're trying to clear up a habit, but we go back to that habit, but when we notice it, we call it the God deal. That was her name for it. And it's that piece of once upon a time you did that habit and didn't know that you were doing it. And now you've evolved enough to notice when you're doing it, and maybe even notice soon enough that you can stop it before it really happens, kind of thing. So the universe is asking us to acknowledge that we're making shifts and changes, and it's about progression and not perfection, which, that one's hard for me. I like things to be done properly and being done properly the first time. Sometimes it's hard to let go of perfection. I'm terrible about waiting for the perfect moment, waiting until it's all there to be able to put it together. And sometimes we just have to do it. And it's hard for me to let go and just let it be messy, but sometimes it's the best way to do things. So the universe is saying life is messy, and it is unpredictable, and it is going to have ups and downs, and it's going to have good moments and bad moments, and we just have to embrace them all for what they are. The universe is saying this week that we just have to acknowledge that and be with that as we travel through this week. I don't feel like there's much that we need to do action-wise other than stay present and stay positive. This week isn't necessarily about taking steps forward, but it's being about present and being kind to ourselves in that process. It's about bringing joy into our lives and happiness in the process it's taking to really build that for ourselves. When we have an acknowledgement of where we're meant to be or what we're meant to do, it definitely takes us in a different direction. So acknowledge that this week too. I'm so grateful that earlier last week, I sat down with a friend and we read for each other, and she just gave me some validation on things that I already knew, but it was great to have some validation that, that's where I'm really going. Because sometimes, and I've been in this place lately, this place of is this really what I'm meant to be doing? Am I going to get enough clients to be able to make this a career for myself? Those sort of things, they all kind of creep up, especially when things aren't going exactly as we expect them to. It can be tricky that way. So again, universe is saying this week, stay present and stay positive. Stay present and stay positive. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me. Make sure to check out Facebook and Instagram. I post lots of stuff up there. You can hit that notification bell to get these into your inbox. Of course, hit that subscribe. That helps me a huge amount too. It keeps me going and getting these done each and every week because I know you're watching out there. All right, from my heart and soul to yours, have an amazing week.